So look, 2025 is right around the corner and it's time to stop messing around and make your dreams happen. This year is your year. In this video, I'm going to share with you a bit of my story and you'll discover how I went from struggling financially, only having $400 in my bank account over 5 years ago, to making upwards of $1,000 a day at only 21, selling services and consulting. And on top of that, I was also battling with severe anxiety to the point I couldn't even go for a walk in the neighborhood for months, to reclaiming my confidence and sharing my message with the world on social media. Have you ever heard of the 4 Indian principles? The first principle is that every person you meet is the right person. The second principle is that what happened was the only thing that could happen. The third, every moment is the right moment. And the fourth, when it's over, it's over. I genuinely believe that in life, coincidences don't exist. If you take a look around you, you'll realize that when most people say, "Oh, I don't know how this happened," in reality, it's not because it's a coincidence. It's because people fail to see the link of cause and effect that led to this particular event. Let's say you were driving back home late at night and you got hit full speed by a drunk driver. Luckily, you get out of it without a scratch, and so naturally you tell the story to your friends and family. They might say, "Oh wow, you've had such bad luck. How come this happened to you? You're always careful on the road." The thing is, it wasn't bad luck. That didn't happen because life wanted you dead. It's just that a certain link of cause and effect created this event. But according to the 4 Indian principles, what happened was the only thing that could have happened. But everything that happens to us, even if it's terrible in the moment, like negative, happens for a greater, more positive reason. Let's say you had a job interview in the morning, but for some reason, you slept through all of your alarms. So of course you showed up late and you didn't get the job. Maybe you feel really angry and frustrated because normally you wake up on time. So what the hell happened? Maybe you feel like you're so unlucky and like life hates you, like it's got something against you personally. But a week later, you stumble upon a new job offer and it's your dream job. So in the moment when you didn't get the first job, you were very angry. You couldn't understand why this was happening. But now looking back, you got your dream job. So if anything, thank God you showed up late for that interview. And the first Indian principle, like we said, is that whoever you meet, it's the right person. So if you stumbled upon this video today, it's not a coincidence, it's for a reason. Whenever somebody new enters your life, it's not for no reason that you met them instead of someone else. Sometimes people come and go in our life. They're meant to teach us lessons, they're not meant to stay. Sometimes someone is going to stay with us for 10 years, and sometimes a person is going to stay forever. It all depends on what we're going to have to work on together in this life. And so you have to know the things that you want, the dreams that you have in your heart, they want you to. They are here for a reason, in fact. You have to understand that life doesn't have a personal vendetta against you. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, people love to play the victim. They feel as though nothing is within their control, nothing is going their way. They think life has something against them, but life in reality is not cruel. It just is what it is. It's not good or bad. So it's not for nothing that you have all of those big goals and big ambitions in your heart. Maybe you want to be financially free, make $10,000 per month, travel the world, have more time to do the things that you love, to focus on your hobbies. Maybe you want to make your parents proud, retire them, pay off the debt that they have. You have to realize, not everyone has the same goals. So if you have those goals yourself, it's for a reason. A lot of people are fine with settling for mediocrity, for average. I was never fine with that, and I will never be. And if you're like me, you're watching this video, it's probably the case for you too. You can't tolerate less than your best. You can't tolerate mediocrity. You want a better life than the cookie cutter path you've been sold, which is to settle for an okay job just to make a bit of money, but not enough to have fun, just enough to pay bills and taxes. And you know, life is short. So while you're still alive, young, full of vitality, why not go after the things that you want? Now, if you want to discover in depth how I went from struggling financially, only having $400 in my bank account over 5 years ago, to making upwards of $1,000 a day as a 21-year-old selling consulting and services, I've recorded a free video in which I share with you my step-by-step process. That way, you can literally just copy me. The link will be in the description. Or if you're committed to becoming financially free and building your business, you can directly book a free call with me or my team and we'll see if we can help you. You attract what you are. Life works like a mirror. A great example I can give you is this. Let's say you're a guy trying to seduce a girl. If you're all needy and desperate and you really want her, what do you think is going to happen? Most likely 9 times out of 10, she's going to run the hell away from you. While sometimes really having desire for somebody can be attractive, that's only when you already know the person and a relationship is built. When you act like that with a complete stranger, it's not attractive, it's repulsive. In fact, it's creepy. And in business, it's literally the same thing. Let's say you're on a meeting with a potential customer and they can sense you're very needy, you're very desperate, you're not confident, you desperately want them to sign the deal and to make you money, but you don't really care about them and they can sense it. Do you really think you're going to close that customer? Most likely not. Which is why the first step to attracting abundance in your life is to develop an abundance mindset. Now I know, if you're like me, you grew up in a shitty financial situation, I grew up lower middle class, it's easier said than done. It's not like you're going to wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden have an abundance mindset. But when you develop an abundance mindset, everything everything comes effortlessly to you. I'm not joking. I'm sure you know these people, they always have problems. They're always negative, always complaining. It's because by staying in that negative energy, they attract yet more problems. So the question becomes, how do I develop an abundance mindset? Because a lot of people will tell you, just have an abundance mindset, just be positive. And so what? What the fuck are you supposed to do? Typically, an abundance mindset comes from having a lot of options. It comes from not putting things on a pedestal. Think about this. The only reason why you would put like a car on a pedestal is because you don't have it. If you had it, you wouldn't care. It would be nice to have it, to drive it for sure, but you wouldn't desperately want it. Now, if you have no results currently, it's difficult to have an abundance mindset because the mind loves to see something which is tangible. It's hard to believe in the invisible. So if you're at that stage where you're not seeing any results, your abundance mindset will come from you putting in the work, from trusting yourself, knowing that you might not have results currently, but you will figure it out because you won't give up until you get exactly what you want. And then you will start to see results. And every time you make a bit of progress, utilize that to tell your mind, look, it's working. I'm attracting abundance in my life. Because the more you focus on something, the more you will attract similar things. If you book your first meeting with a potential customer, you can have two different attitudes. You can be like, oh, it's only one meeting, it sucks, I wanted 5. Or you can think, look, this is working, I got 1 meeting, more will come and I know it. So the same thing happened, it's just how you choose to perceive it. And depending on the choice you make, you will attract more positive or more negative. So you need to ask yourself, how would the successful version of myself act? Let's say you make content on social media, how would that successful person act? Would they spend all of their time constantly checking their analytics, looking at how many views they got? No, because for them it's the norm, they don't care. They might check it once in a while, but that's it, they're not attached to it. If you're trying to book meetings with potential customers, and let's say you're checking your emails every 5 minutes to see if you booked a new meeting, that's a desperate needy energy. You have to calm yourself down, take a few deep breaths and realize more will come. And by being this way, you will attract more abundance, I can guarantee it. Now, contrary to popular belief, you don't need to stand in front of the mirror every morning repeating a bunch of affirmations, but what you need to do instead is to persist long enough in the assumption that you will get what you want, and then take massive action which feels aligned with what you feel to be true. As long as you don't quit, the thing that you want will be yours at some point. Success is only a matter of time. The reason it took me 10 years, from the moment I was 11 and discovered the online business world, to the moment I had my first $1,000 a day in sales at only 21, selling services and consulting, was because I didn't know what to do. I didn't have someone to show me the way, to guide me. It's only when I started to buy courses, to invest in myself, to learn from mentors, even just to speak with them, that I started to learn how it's done. And then I applied that, I followed a step-by-step process, and I was able to get results. And when you've never done it, I know it can feel like it's too good to be true or it doesn't work, but it absolutely does. The people who never get started because they're too scared to take a risk, they never get results. That's the truth. By myself, back then I didn't know everything, and I still don't to this day. No one does. Things need to always evolve, get better. That's literally the law of evolution. You evolve and you grow and you get better, or you decay and die. You can't stagnate. There is no in between. Now, I don't do affirmations, but I'm still able to make $1,000 a day. I don't spend any time in the morning in front of my mirror telling myself, I am a millionaire, I am a successful person. Like, it just doesn't fucking matter. If anything, when you do that, you feel fake because you know you're being a fraud. You know you're not being authentic to yourself. So if you need to only take away one thing from this video, this is it. Ask yourself, what would the successful version of myself be like? And then you want to embody the characteristics, the traits of that version of yourself. Because remember, you attract who you are, not what you want. So look, you need to make a choice. You can keep watching YouTube videos on how to manifest your dream life or how to make money online, but doing that will not change your situation. Or if you're committed to becoming financially free, you can check out the free resources in the description or directly book a free call with me or my team and we'll see if we can help you. That being said, if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, and together let's blow up this YouTube channel and empower ambitious individuals across the globe to become financially free.